I made previous videos about, I believe the coaching industry is about to be completely flipped upside down. This is a part 2, essentially, of that video, right? And in the first video, I spoke about how coaches in the future, if you're not living what you're teaching, the thing that you're teaching will no longer work, right? Because we're becoming much more, as humans evolve to be more and more energetic, aware beings, we are I can science this, your DNA receptors for biophotons, right, light particles that all humans produce, are coming online even more, and we're starting to be able to transfer data between humans through light, not through language. Well, what that means is you're going to transfer teachings from who you are, not what you're speaking, right? So that was part 1 of the video. In part 2, in this video, I'm going to speak about how coaches are still coaching people from the psychological realm, right? And you hear a lot about this. What's your trauma? Let's heal your trauma. This is all within the psychological context. And what I believe, and I'm seeing this happen, is that we're evolving beyond psychology, right? We are going into the esoteric, energetic realm that is a bigger context, right? Psychology lives inside a bigger context of the energetic aspect of ourselves, right? And now, if this sounds a bit too conceptual, I'll make it very distinct. If you went to a coach that's traditionally trained in somatic and helping your body nervous system feel safe, and sort of coaching you through your traumas, right? That's one context. If you were to go to someone that is steeped in esoteric knowledge and energy, in their hermetic laws, it would be a completely different discussion. It wouldn't be about where did the trauma come from and let's heal it. Maybe let's ingest some plant partners, I call them, to access those traumatic experiences and process it and integrate it, right? This is what's been going on. The other way is to realize, oh my God, Source, has orchestrated every moment. And there is this grand design that if I zoom out beyond my timeline into the spirit astral world and look at multiple timelines of my existence, that the very things that the psychological world calls trauma, in fact, was an incredible seed for something in the future. And that the psychological world contextualizes as trauma as you're hurt, right? This the medical industry, I have someone that I'm supporting. She's been labeled with autism. And when I met her, I can sense that her consciousness is just so dialed in, like she communicates with the moon, right? And she's so dialed, she can see shapes of energy around people, right? So she's so dialed in the energy world, meaning her physical self can see and experience the etheric level of reality and the astral, that the traditional medical community, when they sense this, they're like, there's something wrong with you, right? Anything that is not within the normal bell curve, the homogeny that society wants to create, they're going to label as something wrong with you. So they labeled her with autism. And so, in fact, it's just a heightened skill that she innately has that many humans are actually trying to work towards, right? And this is an example, right? So in the industrial medical complex and psychology and all the things that would be like, oh, you have this wrong with you and this wrong with you. But if you zoom out, outside of the psychological realm, there is nothing wrong, right? That everything has been divinely orchestrated. And we start to see how these frequencies, these states of being that we've been gifted with, how that interacts and plays in our entire lifetime and multiple lifetimes. And so this is what I mean by traditional coaches that are still using psychological frameworks, are still perpetuating the duality, the context that there's something wrong with you and I'm going to help you fix what's wrong with you. I invite all of you that's watching to question that reality, that there's nothing wrong with us, right? It doesn't mean that we haven't had intense, heightened emotional experiences. We all have. But there's another interpretation that I'm offering to all of you, right? To step into a different reality than the box and the programming, the matrix that we're in, which is there's something wrong with you and you're not there yet.